when it comes to romance and finance, things can get tricky. But our favorite financial expert, Buffie Purselle, is joining us with tips on how to manage your money when it comes to love. So Buffie, please welcome back to the show.
Yeah. Our audience is already speaking about you. I think we're wearing similar dresses, RL.
Oh, you are.
In the same.
Yep.
Matches. Okay.
Purple label, baby.
Yes, always. First off, I want to let you know that singer Miranda Lambert released a new divorce anthem. It's called Alimony.
Ooh.
Let's take a quick listen. Don't forget that alimony. So after her divorce from Blake Shelton, Miranda seems to be happily remarried, but says she was inspired to write this song because her parents were private eyes who worked on divorce cases. So Buffy, we had to ask you, what's the most important thing people should know about alimony when considering divorce?
Well, first, Miranda ate with that song.
I agree.
The first thing you should know about alimony is since 2019, the person paying the alimony can no longer deduct it on their taxes. Sorry. And the person receiving it does not have to claim it as income. So it might be cheaper to keep her.
Oh, dang. That's a huge shift.
Yeah.
Oh, my Lord.
That's something.
Yeah, folks used to have to pay taxes on. Folks used to have to pay taxes on. You used to have to pay income tax on the alimony payments.
Look at
and the
Al's
people
face.
paying it used to be able to deduct it, but no more, darling.
I feel like you're talking right to me. I'm not doing anything.
I am, boo.
Well, Buffy, we got to talk about this because TikTok obviously got the internet going, debating on whether money should be shared in a relationship or not. So take a look.
Money is not yours just because you pop some kids out. Now, little lady, I may not be a lawyer, but I do believe that in most states, joint marital property is the thing. And assets become joint at marriage. That's why there's a contract.
A little smug.
Yeah, a little passive aggressive.
So talk to us, like when should couples combine their finances?
What, I mean, if I'm going to get married to you, we're going to combine our finances. Otherwise, you're just my boyfriend, Al. If we're going to get married,
I think you'll be very disappointed.
Right.
I can make you take that back. Like, except this one time.
Marriage is a legal contract. Like, why else get married? Is to protect assets. It's to join assets. Now, I believe that you should have your own, retirement accounts and brokerage accounts and all that, and have joint ones. But everybody needs to have eyes on the finances for many reasons, and it's not just because you don't trust the other person. Far too many times when I was still in practice, I would have a client whose husband would pass away, and the wife didn't even know anything about the checking accounts, who to pay the mortgage to, had never paid bills, didn't know what a life insurance policy was. And so you've got to have all eyes on the finances.
I have often talked about how you have changed my life for the absolute better. I consider it betting on the house because not only is it joint finances in terms of your money, but it's also joint debt. So it's like,
that's a good point.
It's like it could be really great or it could be not so great, but either way you end it together. That's the point of marriage, right? But let me ask, because you're focusing on relationships and money on your new podcast, Crawl Before You Ball. Congratulations. So what's the advice that you have for a follower who wanted to know if she should put her husband on the deed of the house she owns? Now, he owes back taxes and wants to take out a loan against the home.
No, ma'am. So the whole story is the following. She owned her home prior to marriage. Wasn't like they bought the house together, or they bought the house and she had better credit and that's why he wasn't on the title or the mortgage. She already owned this property. So this is a premarital asset. First of all, get a prenup. Okay, I'm a big fan of a prenuptial agreement. It's just important. Secondly, he can get an installment plan with the IRS. They're very kind. They will stretch that debt out over 7 good years, make it reasonable for him to make those payments. And this was a premarital debt. Pay your own taxes, boo-boo. We're not doing that. No, ma'am.
I love it. I love you, Buffy. Before we go, though, we wanted to say thank you for all the great tips you've shared, not only with us, but also our DBL Nation. Is there anything special you want to say about joining us on DBL over the years, Buffy?
I feel like I've grown up on DBL. I had no prior media training. You guys have been my media training.
Neither
and I
did
want to
Tori.
say, and I will cry, it's good to have a bestie like Erica who will lift your friend up and bring you onto a platform this big and of this magnitude, and have your back and believe in you and fight for you, because a lot of people don't have friends like that. And I love you for that. I love all y'all. I love my tech mama here. I love my producer, Anthony.
Yep, Anthony.
I love all of you, everybody on the show, but really, like, Erica's my girl. She didn't have to take a chance on me, and she did, and she really vouched for me, and I appreciate you for that.
Oh, Buffy, let me just tell you, I can speak for everybody here. How much value you have brought to our show. The way that you tell people what they need to know in such digestible ways, and not in a space of judgment. When you talk about finances, a lot of people are scared to talk about it because they don't want to be judged, and how you present it is just amazing. And I'm not kidding, you have changed my life. People know I went through a bankruptcy. My life looks so different than it did 10 years ago, and you were such a big part of it for me and my husband. And thank you for being on this journey with us.
Buffy! Oh my God.
I love all y'all, and I'm gonna miss you, but I'm gonna follow all of y'all. I know you're gonna do great things.
Oh, we love you, Buffy.
Thanks,
Thank you
Buffy.
so much for being here one last time. DBL Nation, be sure to look out for Buffy's new podcast, Crawl Before You Ball, this September on your favorite podcast platform. We will be right back.
Bravo,
Thank
Buffy.
you.
Yo, thanks.